This clip is from the Boundary Riders podcast, and if you do enjoy this, then make sure to check out the full episode out every single Wednesday morning on YouTube and Spotify.
But now let's move on to Collingwood. So the Pies have lost 3 of their past 4 games, and at this point, finals are in jeopardy. Forget about top spot. Collingwood could be losing their finals spot at this point. There's teams humming right behind them, ready to take them out of the 8. Imagine the loss of Collingwood being out of the 8 at the end of the season. Craig McRae could lose his job. He could be the next Melbourne coach.
Yeah.
Anyway, in all seriousness, the over-the-top backlash of Collingwood in the last couple of weeks. It brings a bit of warmth to my heart, but it is overblown.
Oh, 100% it is.
Yeah.
They've won. Every team can't be on this cloud 9 for 24 weeks of the year and then plus finals. That's not possible.
Yeah.
Not these days. Players they will have ups and downs, and no team is avoiding injury.
Yeah. Now, you've said to me that Brisbane are your favourites to win the flag.
Yes, I still believe that.
Do you think? You're not writing off. No one. You shouldn't be writing.
I'm
off
not.
Collingwood.
No, I'm not writing off Collingwood.
No,
I just think that's the fact is that Collingwood have, as I said previously, that they rely a lot on their midfielders kick goals. Yes, they have the likes of Jamie Elliott, Myercheck, and Lockie Schultz and all that. But can he guarantee you that Myercheck's going to kick you 3 goals average a week during finals? No, I can't tell you he's going to kick 3 goals on average for three finals and win you the flag or have you that game. It's the fact he's had up and down games as everyone does, but they rely a lot on having 10 different goal scorers and 4 midfielders, 5 midfielders kick a goal.
Yeah. I think that they have struggled, especially the last couple of weeks, on the fact that their forward line hasn't really been able to fire. Jamie Elliott's dropped off a little bit. He'll get the All-Australian. He deserves an All-Australian.
Yeah.
He's played a brilliant year, but he has dropped off the last couple of weeks. Their tall forwards aren't... none of them are really they're going to get you 6.
Mm.
They all combine for a couple of goals, and if 2 of them don't get you a goal in the game, the other one's not going to get you 5.
Mm.
Brody Myercheck, McStay, Membry, all good in their own right. But I also think as well that they're all kind of second forwards. There's no one that's the number 1 guy.
They're not Bruce.
They're not Bruce.
There's not a one that's a brute.
You even think of I'm not even the Crows. Even Fremantle have for years have struggled with getting a key forward, but they don't have that Josh Tracy type who's just he's your guy.
Yeah, even say one even say Port, or even Geelong. Yes, Jeremy Cameron it could be on the verge of 100, but they have Shannon Neal there, who's a big brute, who can kick 5, who's done it multiple times this year. They don't have the big brute that I think that can be vulnerable. That's why I think they are a bit vulnerable at the moment.
Yeah. But I still think that they could win the flag because I think that they, at their best, like we saw throughout the year so far, they won't be beaten. They have dropped off though.
Yeah, no one can touch them at points this year.
Yeah, that was so good. But yeah, I think that they will be a team. They'll still be up there. I think they'll be.
I think they'll be their prelim night. I think they still make top 4. I still think they're their prelim night.
Yeah. Well, I have done a little bit of ladder predictor just to check to see what would happen now in all cases and scenarios. Well, not all of them, but basically on if they were to lose 1, 2, or 3 more games from here. So if they go and win all their games from here, that includes the game against the Crows in a couple of weeks, they will finish top of the ladder.
Yeah.
Obviously, they will finish on top. So that's where they've been all year, except for this week and probably a couple of weeks at the start of the season. If they were to lose 1 of their last 3, they'd probably finish around 4th, maybe 3rd, depending on if the Suns or the Lions slip up, because the Suns still have that game in hand.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to lose 2 of their last 3 games, they'd probably scrape into 4th, but also could fall to 5th if the Dogs beat Fremantle. So that means they drop outside the top 4. So at this moment, 1 loss, they still finish in the 4 most likely, but they probably have the Crows first round, which would be a tough game at Adelaide Oval, even though they have a good record against them. You don't want to go to play the Crows.
You don't want to do it.
Yeah. But if they lose all 3 of their games, including Melbourne in the last round, they could finish 7th, even 8th if Hawthorn beat Brisbane in the last round. They could finish 8th on the ladder because they don't have the greatest percentage because they haven't really flogged teams too many times this year. And if they lose all their games by like a massive margin, they could miss the 8. But look, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to sit there and bullshit you, but imagine if they
on one, like literally 0.01% that happens.
Yeah.
But they.
But I mean, if we can get to, I mean, maybe we cut this up, put it into a TikTok clip, and just get absolutely every single Collingwood comment, every single Collingwood supporter who has the brain capacity of like a 4-year-old to get like, oh, what do you mean they're gonna make the fucking final as well? You fucking idiot. The amount of Collingwood supporters who are getting so butthurt that a couple of people are making some jokes, literally. Like, people are getting so angry at Dan Gorringe on his a couple of comments that he's made. Like, after the game when they lost against Brisbane, he made a couple of comments saying, "Oh, you sold your whole list, and now you're not even going to win the flag. You're all done." So many Collingwood fans were getting angry at him. It's like, bro, he's clearly fucking around. That's his whole shtick. Anyway, I think that's so funny. Now, overall, I still think Collingwood can win it. They're still my favourites to win it. I think Brisbane are the team to beat them. The Crows, they're in the best form right now, so they continue to win. If teams can't find a way to beat them, who says they can't win it? Geelong, I think, can still win the flag. Right now, out of the top 9, the Dogs, they were up there for me for a while. But the fact that they can't beat a top 8 team, well, not many.
It's still only the Giants that they've beaten. I'm sorry, but still only the Giants in the top 8.
And they beat the Giants last week with a lot of injuries.
Yeah. So I'm not really taking that as... I'm taking it as a grain of salt, basically, because they beat them at Marvel, where they've dominated every team, and they've beaten the same team in the top 8.
Yeah.
They've won twice, but they're against the Giants.
They need to fix up some defense, obviously. I don't know when they can do it from here.
I don't think Beveridge even knows who it is. They don't. Yeah.
I mean, Buku Khamis has played down there at times, but in the VF, he's gone back to the VFL. He's playing up forward now. I thought that he may have been a good answer for it. Rory Lobb is the guy who seems to be the stronghold down there now. I mean, what was it, 12 months ago he was a forward?
Yeah.
So, Liam Jones can't get a spot. Jed Buzzlinger seems like he's got potential, but is he going to be the guy who's going to stop the Jeremy Camerons of the world? No,
you're putting too much pressure on the kid, I think, if that's what you want.
Yeah, so I think the Dogs are kind of... They'd be making up the numbers. Hawthorn, I tend to agree as well. I just think I can't believe Sam Mitchell played 4 tools last week. They could have won that game too.
I think he knew it was a mistake when he put Warple as a sub and he subbed him on basically just straight after halfway doing the third, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, somewhere.
And he's very lucky there wasn't like a big injury to a small player. Because then it would have really struggled.
Yeah,
I mean, look, it looked like a fucking godsend. It would look like the best decision ever halfway through, three quarters of the way through that opening term.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I think Hawthorn and Dogs probably making up the numbers at this point. I'm sorry to the Hawthorn fans out there. I just can't see a way where you can win the whole thing. Fremantle, I mean, I think they're going to be a team in the next couple of years. They're going to be a team because they're so young and they're probably the form team of the competition. I just don't know if they can beat up the teams up the top, continue to do it away from home because I don't see them making the 4 and they're going to have to play. They're likely going to have to go to Adelaide, to Brisbane, or play a Geelong or Collingwood at the MCG
in the
semi-final.
Yeah,
and I just don't know if they can do that. But they are the best team in the comp. They're the most formed team in the comp right now.
Yeah,
they're actually doing better than the Crows. So they can, but I just think they're a bit too far away. They left it too late for me because if they made the top 4, I'd give them a chance, and they could too make the top 4. But I think they're a bit too far.
Yeah,
and the Gold Coast. It's probably a bit early.
I can't. Yeah, it's too early. Like they're making their first final series. I think the celebrations at round 24 will be pretty big. Basically, like they play Port Adelaide and then they play Essendon. They're gonna have they're making their first final series. They'll make it. They can't. They're not gonna stuff it up now. They're not. They possibly can't do it now.
They can't.
But you can't rely on a team that maybe 2 players out of anybody, 3 players have played finals.
Yeah.
So it's hard to believe that.
And then, look, they may make it to top 4, but they're going to have a tough game in the first final. It's either going to be Geelong, Brisbane, or the Crows in that first final, you would imagine, if they make the top 4. They may get a home final, but even then, it's going to be tough. So, yeah, I think you got the teams that would be making up the numbers at this point, with the Dogs and the Hawks. Fremantle and Gold Coast kind of sit in between, but they're going to be tough. And then I think the flag contenders now. Oh, even though the Giants, I mean, they've been a form team, but that loss last week has really hurt their chances. They can't make the top 4 now.
No,
So-
I think it's the fact is that if they need all their cattle they need all their cattle, basically. They need all their best players. They need Toby Green, they need Jesse Hogan, they need Sam Taylor and Buckley both playing in that team. And
Speaking of all them playing,
I think Lee Lear needs to play as well. I do. Even though that Connor Iden's playing well, I think they also need Lee Lear as that interceptor at times.
so
I think
they
that
need to drop one of. I mean, you can play Himmelberg.
yeah, I think he can. I think they can play it. I just think, it's shown at times, even this last week when they lost to the Dogs, how important their top liners are.
Yeah, I think that they're probably in between right now with the Gold Coast and the Dockers, but I think they're probably a bit far away now.
I think it's down to 4. The Crows, only because it's not because I'm a Port supporter. It's because the fact is they haven't had many finals players since 2017 on their list. Dawson's not a finals player because he has never played one. That's what I'm talking about. He's never played one. He never played one at the Swans.
Yeah.
Taylor Walker has. Neil Bullen has. Maybe I'm missing a few, but it is so hard to go straight to a final series when you don't, because it's a different kettle of fish.
The thing is, they do look. They win their first final. Probably going to be tough because they're probably going to have to play either Collingwood. If they beat them in that game, in round 23, they'll finish top. They can't lose the other 2 games. I think they've got West Coast and North Melbourne. Yeah. They're not going to lose those 2 games. They're going to get percentage as well. They'll either have Collingwood at 4th, maybe Brisbane, or Geelong, maybe the Gold Coast. So Collingwood will be tough because they struggle against them, and so would Brisbane. And
even Geelong, because they have a good record in Adelaide.
So if they get one of those 3, it's going to be tough. But if they jump that one, they get 2 finals at home. Yeah. I can't see at home. I think that does help with the less experience in a final. But I still think that their defense has done so well this year that I can't pass them up. I still think they're a flag. They're a chance. They're definitely a chance. Geelong, I think if you rank them, I'm going to go Collingwood first, Brisbane 2nd, Crows 3rd, Geelong 4th as a chance for the flag for me. For me, Geelong, they have to get Jeremy Cameron's 100 out of the way quickly.
Yeah, I think they're relying on. I'd say this.
They're too focused on it.
I think they are, and I think what happened. I've said this to you when I've said this to a few people in that game against the Power. They should have won by 100 easily, but they were so eye focused on getting to Cameron in the first half that Chris Scott had to have said to them at halftime, "Don't worry about Jezza getting his 100 yet. Don't worry about it. The goals will come for him. Just beat Port and beat them."
Yeah.
Because in the first quarter they were level Port Adelaide. They shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
They should have been 3 goals clear at least. And then in the second quarter they didn't. They still tried to get it to Jezza. They need to get this out before the finals. He gets 25. He needs 25. They need to do it before the final series because if he needs 3 in the first, they're just going to rely on it. They're going to.
So they got Essendon, Sydney, Richmond. There's a possibility.
He needs
25.
He needs 8, 8, and 9 in the last 3 games. It's possible because he probably nails. To be honest, I think he nails 10 on the weekend.
He could probably get double digits against Essendon,
and he probably could do that against Richmond as well.
Yeah.
So if he gets 10, 10, and 5. It's doable at 5 against the Swans when
the SCG.
Yeah, it's doable if they're looking for him. And if they're up by 15, if they're up by 10 goals at half time, if I'm Chris Scott, I'm saying, all right, now go for him. Now go for it.
Yeah,
like you might as well.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my top 4. What would you say? What do you think? Premiership,
like Premiership, I'm not talking about the ladder. I'm talking about Premiership. Brisbane, Collingwood, Geelong, Crows. Just because they don't have the experience. I don't care. The fact is that as I said, the Cats have a good record in Adelaide, and Collingwood have a good record over the Crows. If they have to avoid, they would have to avoid all 3. If they play Brisbane, I think they have a better chance against Brisbane than they do Geelong and Collingwood at Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, well, I think, and even at Brisbane, in a final, you would give them a huge chance.
Yeah,
even away from home.
But that's what I said. I think
they have the belief even from last year. So I think the Brisbane are going to be tough as well. If they get the Gold Coast, straight to the prelim. Not that the Gold Coast are... I mean, look, the Gold Coast have some great stars. They have some good players. But in a first final at Adelaide Oval, you're not winning that game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The Crows want to... For me, for the Crows to make the prelim, to win the first final, they have to play the Brisbane or Gold Coast, and they will win that. They play the other two, they will definitely get into a dogfight.
Yeah.
And they could still win it. I'm not going to deny that. But they'll have an easier run if they play Brisbane or Gold Coast.
Yeah.